Okay, Hope. Okay, Hope's mic is on, so support the people that made these pictures and support the person that made this what if idea because I'm not the first one. So let's get this story started. So this is what if Deku was anti-venom part 2. So let me start writing down. So so we start off the story when Deku's starting to go into UA. He goes into UA, almost gets lost, but anti-venom helps him around, and he finds 1A. He finds 1A and goes in. And when he goes in, nobody noticed him because he had that venom suit on, so nobody seen his face. So he walks in and takes a seat near the window like a main protagonist does. So he takes a seat near the window, the very back, and what else? The quirk assessment test. So Uraka comes in. Ida's still lecturing Bakugo for having his feet up. Deku just has his head on the table, like usual when he just wants to sleep, because he still wants to speak with Venom. And an easier way to talk with Venom is just by sleeping. So he tries to sleep, but Ida wakes him up, lecturing him too by why you shouldn't go to sleep on the table and why you shouldn't go to sleep in class and everything. So Uraka goes sit down and talks with other people, and Aizawa wakes up and starts standing up and tells everybody to be quiet, to put on their uniform, their the uniform thing. Man, this car, bro, like, whatever. Put on their uniform, UA uniform things, like junk suits, whatever they're called. So Deku goes and changes, and everybody's still the same. Kirishima asks what Deku does as a workout routine, because Deku does have that 8-pack. He has that lean body, not more of a buff, like we're bulging out a lot more like innard and skinnier with the 8-pack. So and Mineta's still peeping through. So when Deku pops and grabs Mineta before he gets hit by the Jiro's headphone thing on the ear, Deku uses anti-venom to help Mineta not bleed when he uses too many balls. So he tells Mineta, I fixed your quirk and you won't lose too much blood. You won't lose blood when you use your balls. So Mineta not believing him, he does it. So he pulls up around 20, and that's where he normally starts bleeding, 20. And he's surprised because he thought he was capping, and he thanked Deku, and all the boys saw that he helped Mineta with his quirk, and he can turn it off now too. So Mineta just has normal green hair. Grape juice always gets me, but that's what Mineta looks like with green hair. Just imagine Mineta with green hair. And Jiro still listening in with her ear case thing. and she knows that, and she tells everybody that Deku can fix the, I think, not emitter quirks, sorry, transformation quirks, I think. Oh, I forgot what they're called. So he can fix those, and he fixes everybody up. Like, he helps, I don't think not Todoroki, no. The guy with the tail, he fixes him up. Like, too, he can deactivate the tail, and Bakugo, no, who else has it? I know Tokiyami has one, so like he has a normal face now. So every boy that had like a quirk that they can't turn off, on and off, he fixes them. So like he fixes Mineta. Ida says no because the engines are like their family thing and everything, so he wouldn't want to take them off or anything like that, as he thinks it is. So everybody was surprised that he can fix their quirk. It's because anti-venom is basically a white blood cell, so big white blood cell that fixes things. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the thing that Deku had that had like 2 joints on his toe, yeah, he doesn't have that. Yeah, he doesn't have that. He has 1 joint, so doctors are pretty surprised that he doesn't have a quirk, even though he has 1 joint. So yeah. And hope you can hear that in the background. Laundry machine, but no man. Oh yeah, the girls do go there and go help them out. Yeah, help them out too, because they heard and they wanted to their fix to be quirked as well. So like the girl that has the acid, she gets fixed up too, and Froppy. No. So who else can get fixed? You know what? I'm gonna add this, yeah, because Mineta got fixed because he can deactivate the quirk and he can't bleed anymore. So that means Dark Shadow won't get stronger, even in darkness. So like, and the guy with multiple arms and everything, he gets fixed up too, and he can deactivate, and he has no drawback. So basically, the whole entire class doesn't have a drawback. Especially Bakugo, because he does fix up Bakugo too, even though he was bullying him. So nobody has a drawback. So like, Momo doesn't have to have fat to burn it off to make things and everything like that. So he fixes them, and everybody knows. Thanks him for fixing their quirk and everything. And especially what's his name again? I forgot his name. I forgot his name. Oh yeah, and he fixed Todoroki too, where like the fire side of him won't over burn and the ice side won't over frostbite or like over freeze him. So he fixes that too. So basically everybody becomes like pretty much overpowered. Around season 3 strength. I would say season 4, but like gotta finish that. So I still don't know how strong they are season 4. So I still gotta look at that. Almost gonna finish it, but so yeah. Everybody uses the quirk without no drawback. So Bakugo gets a higher score with 1,000 points, 1,300 300 points because he can go nearly almost all out because he still needs nitroglycerin sweat. So like he still has that drawback of needing nitroglycerin to do the explosions. So he still does that. And what else? Yeah, Momo doesn't have to do that. So basically, everybody things get cut in half. So like, especially for the speed test, Deku just puts energy into his legs and then makes them go faster, and it's under a second. Under a second, like let's go like whatever you want to think under a second is. Whatever under a second you think it is. And Ida gets like 2 seconds, nearly cut in half, and most everybody's still the same. So a few people that like because their quirk was pushing them back because of little things. Oh yeah, and what's his name? Grape juice. Mineta is still has different ways to use his quirk now. So like the balls are like normally sticky now. So like the balls are normally, you know what? Just call them B. The balls equals B. Okay, the B can equal. That sounds more sus now. Whatever. Just the balls. No homo. So, balls can stick for a day now, just without him even concentrating or trying to do it too much. So, yeah, that includes too. So, that's what happens to like the side-to-side lunges. Just Deku does the same thing and does them pretty fast, equaling the same amount of speed as Mineta, as like to sides. The leaping over, he does the same thing, just but goes really high. Like say anti-venom is 7 feet, and Deku is normally normally 6'2", 6'3". He's 6'3". Deku's 6'3". Yeah, pretty tall. And yeah, so it's like 3 venoms stacked on top of each other. That's how high Deku lunged over the thing. Lunging over 2 of them. So the race, sides, the grip strength. He has for grip strength, he just puts strength to his arm and gets 600, like 600, yeah. Because of the guy with flames and everything got 560 or something. Yeah, he got 500, 600, yeah. He got 600. And so the grip strength, the side to side, the lunges, the jump, speed, and then the ball throwing. Yeah, that's the last one, ball throwing. For the ball throwing, yeah, Baku still gets 1,300. Rock still gets infinity. Other scores weren't announced, so I think there's another, but I don't remember. So Deku gets oh wow, why are they yelling? Whatever. The person gets Deku throws the ball, enhancing Deku to the max. Bro, what is happening over there? Whatever. Okay, hopefully they stop, but like... there you go, they stop, okay. So, Deku throws the ball, enhances to the max, so like, you can't even see the venom, like, start popping up, like, anti-venom start popping out, like, it starts, like, becoming lighter, the skin, and, like, becoming more bulkier, a little bit more thicker, and he throws the ball and gets 4,000. Yeah, 4,000. I bet if he used full Venom suit, which increases his strength by 2, he would have got infinity. Don't ask how. He just got infinity if he used his whole bodysuit, but he didn't. So he got the second highest on that ball throw. So basically, Bakugo still got mad, and went after him, not knowing that he had a quirk, and he was hiding it from him the whole entire time. Blah 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 that. And Aizawa still used his quirk on him to erase the quirk, and stopping him. Bakugo almost breaking loose because Deku doesn't have a real drawback. Bakugo doesn't really have a drawback except the nitroglycerin drawback. And that's it. Like, the explosions don't hurt him anymore. So Deku, and he doesn't want to thank Deku because too prideful, but still has in his mind things. Oh my god, why is that girl screaming? Whatever, but try to get that on my mind. Bakugo throws on. So yeah, the lowest one is the invisible girl. Invisible girl can like take off her quirk too, like turn it off. So she thought she was gonna go, but she didn't because thought she was gonna go, but she didn't. So because an optical illusion to make them go the best they can, which Aizawa thought Deku went the max he can because he saw him use the suit, but like he thought the suit and the arm which is gonna be the same thing. So even if he threw it, it would have been the same amount. But oh, how wrong he is. And he does go up to Aizawa and fixes his quirk, or like just makes it better by he doesn't have to blink. He can blink and he can negate quirks and tells him that. So that happens. Basically everybody in class 1A is pretty much overpowered. So the people, you know what, I'll keep on going. Yeah, so All Might starts going in like a normal person, and he tells him about the heroes versus villains and how they're going to draw lots. And Deku still says that like hero agencies put different heroes together at different times, so you have to be on your guard which ones you're gonna go with. So Ida still understands that and everything. So yeah, Deku is still matched up with, you know what, he's matched up with Todoroki. Yeah, he's matched up with Todoroki. And Duple Arms is still matched up with Uraraka this time. So yeah, that got switched up. So Todoroki tells Deku to go outside and to go outside, and he'll just freeze the entire place, and still thanking him for fixing his quirk, everything. Which is not like him, but this is my what if, so yeah. Yeah. Freezes everything. Ida gets frozen, but Baku just explodes out of there, so they think they won, so they just start going up. But Bakugo just went after Deku, and Deku already knew, so he told Todoroki just to go and get the bomb. Just touch it and we win. So Todoroki's still looking for it because he doesn't know where it exactly is. He just knows it's like on the third or fourth floor. So he starts looking through the third floor and sees nothing. But when that's going on, Deku and Bakugo are fighting. Bakugo being more reckless because his quirk doesn't hurt him anymore. But because he's being so reckless, Deku thinks he messed up. So in this version of anti-venom, he can break them again. So like something he fixed, he can just revert it back. So he does that to Bakugo and tells him, you shouldn't throw big explosions because I took it back. So Bakugo, being too cocky, and the great Bakugo throws a big explosion and hurts himself. Not believing Deku. He thought he was lying. How wrong he was. And he just remembered that he gave him the power to be immune to the explosion damage he takes. He should have thought of he could take it back, so he doesn't underestimate Deku this time. And Deku does put on this mask, so he doesn't underestimate Deku. So Bakugo does go, and Bakugo does go and uses the thing goes ding, and then he uses the big explosion because he doesn't underestimate Deku, seeing that he just took away the power that he gave him. So Deku isn't going to give that until later on when he needs it. So yeah. So Deku creates a big scythe and cuts the big explosion in half, nearly nullifying the explosion, because he created a big shield and he just deflected it. And then Todoroki starts going to the fourth floor, looking around. He finds it, and he still tells what's his name, Ida, to don't move because the bottom of your feet are gonna rip off, like the skin, bottom of your skin is gonna rip off and everything, or just like the boots, and then if you try to step on it, it's gonna freeze your feet, and then the bottom of your skin is gonna rip off. And now we're gonna go to Deku. Deku is still fighting Bakugo. He puts some energy into his legs and arms, so he basically goes pretty fast, and he knows Bakugo's gonna throw a right hook, so he puts some energy into his core and he lets Bakugo hit, thinking that he got a good one in, until Deku hits him with a straight and he goes pretty much flying. Deku starts running to him and pounces and was about to hit him, and Todoroki touches the bomb. And Bakugo was about to pull the ping as well, because he heard the ding, and he was about to when he got pushed to the wall. He was about to, but the thing already ended, so it was no point of him keep on going, so he just stopped. Not like him, but he just stopped. So Todoroki just burned ice off and everything. Make sure it doesn't get frozen. Taraki was taking away the ice every floor he was going up. So like, the bottom floor he took it off when nobody was there. Second floor he took it off when nobody was there till Baku came in, but Deku just told him to go. And the third floor he just took it off, and then the fourth floor he didn't take it off because he saw Ida and everything. So he took it off when he touched the explosion, the big bomb. So that's where All Might comes in. And that one for all Quirk didn't even do anything because it just enhanced his explosions, but because he was throwing big explosions, it didn't do anything because he basically hurt himself. But Deku healed him still, like from the big explosion. He still healed him, make sure he's not hurt. Because Deku's still kind, still wants to become great hero, #1. So he heals him, and I can't see my breath. And he heals him, and yeah. And Momo still does everything like that, like analyzes and everything like that. It says Deku is an MVP. He basically took care of everybody, like Bakugo, and Bakugo still did massive damage to the building. So yeah, but Deku still nearly like nullified it all, just barely doing damage to like the inner room, almost breaking the wall, and everything still goes the same. Especially with Duplo arms, it still goes the same. Duplo arms just bodies them two, whoever was the two people they were fighting, Invisible Girl and Tail Guy. Which Invisible Girl turned on her quirk and became invisible and everything like that. They still won somehow. They just pulled off the GG. So yeah, the UA is gonna happen next for both of my whatever. So yeah, this is where I'm leaving it off. So yeah, guys, and I'm trying to get 2 videos out next time. So bye, guys.